without blubbering. She uncrossed her long, slim legs, clad in sheer black stockings, and stood at her seat. "I've got some presents," she said, moving around the table, distributing small boxes, hugging each person. Then she smoothed her black linen skirt, straightened the matching suit jacket over her azure raw silk shirt, and turned toward the door on elegant black snakeskin slingbacks. "I don't have time to stay and talk," she said, biting her lip to keep her composure. "I have so many things to do, but I promise to write everyone a long letter as soon as I can." She walked with the hurried briskness of a Wall Street executive, as if the faster she walked, the sooner she'd be free from the troubling, sentimental feelings that had brought tears to her eyes in the conference room. She'd done something rash and frightening, and didn't want to dwell on it. She was by nature a positive person, and her positive personality made short shrift of purposeless retrospection. She quickly traveled the long carpeted corridor to her office, all the while going through a mental checklist. All necessary forms had been completed. All projects were tidy. She marched straight to the plate glass window behind her desk and saluted the Statue of Liberty in the harbor below. From her 33rd floor office, the monument looked like a little green toy. She held her breath for a moment, sorting through her emotions, feeling an enormous sense of relief. She felt taller, younger, older, definitely excited. "Goodbye, Statue of Liberty," Alex said. She turned from the window and pulled a pair of running shoes from the bottom drawer of the huge, elaborately carved cherrywood desk. "Goodbye, desk. Goodbye, slingbacks," she said, kicking the black shoes halfway across the room. She laced up the running shoes, slung a canvas tote bag over her shoulder, and let loose a war whoop that rocked the halls of the staid brokerage firm. Once she had composed herself, she closed her office door with a smart click and walked to the bank of elevators. "Bruno and I are going to Alaska," she explained to an elevator filled with strangers. "I bought a hardware store." Chapter 1. Michael Casey strolled along the Juneau waterfront, enjoying the briny smell of the early morning mist and the screeching kee of seabirds overhead. He rubbed his thumb across the dark stubble of beard on his chin, ruffled his unkempt, sandy-colored hair, and admitted that he was a bum at heart. In an hour, his cargo plane would be loaded with salmon, and he would be off to San Francisco. But, for now, he was at leisure to do as he pleased. He watched the Alaskan State Ferry dock and swing its boarding ramps into place. Cars and campers began to trickle from the lower deck, and a few passengers hustled down the gangplank to stretch their legs while the ship went through the loading and unloading process. A young woman struggled along the ramp, dragging a mountain of a dog behind her. She was tall, maybe 5'8", Casey guessed, and had the bones and slim, angular beauty of a high-paid fashion model. She paused for a second to shove a mass of glossy red-brown hair behind her ears and to push the sleeves of her fuzzy, cream-colored sweater above her elbows. Casey smiled unconsciously as he watched her, wondering about her destination, enjoying the spectacle she was creating as she tried to drag her reluctant dog down the gangplank. Alex didn't notice the man watching her from the dock. She had more pressing places to direct her energy. Bruno was being a pain. She took a firm grip on his leash and silently cursed her grandfather for willing her a Rottweiler. Why couldn't she have inherited a small, polite animal? A hamster, or a guppy, or a hermit crab? "Listen up, Bruno," Alex said, gritting her teeth. "I've dragged you all the way from the